Hey everyone, this is Aaron from Prepping, Ohio. Well, my gauges came in, not today but yesterday. I didn't check the mailbox yesterday. I was going by today and saw that the little indicator thing was up and dug these guys out of here. Now these things look huge until you see how big they are in my hand. I guess I have big hands, but these are still pretty tiny. That's like maybe 1 3/4 tall. And I thought they were the same size when I ordered them. They're not. Okay, it's not focusing worth a crap here. Let's see. There we go. Maybe you can kind of see that. Anyway. Took them out of the packages, went to hook them up. This does work. It's just a little analog voltmeter, which the camera will not focus on. It's 0 to 50 volts. 50's up there, and I don't know why it's not focusing. Probably because it's so tiny, and this camera's crap. And I know I'm sniffling. I know, I know everybody can hear this, and I am very sorry. I do it kind of subconsciously with these allergy things going on, and I do apologize for that. But please bear with me. I'll try to be more conscious of that. Yeah, this works. I did check this on the system, and the amp meter. I didn't pay attention when I ordered it. Can you see the Chinese writing in there? Where's the camera? Anyway, there's a whole bunch of those neat little squiggly, crooked lines that Chinese people write with, or maybe it's Japanese. I don't know. I think it come from China, so I assume that's probably Chinese. I didn't order a shunt with this. I just assumed it came with a shunt. It did not. So today I ordered a shunt, and I don't know if you can see there's actually a diagram that I just now noticed. And of course, let me get under the light a little bit better. Yeah, that's not working so well. Come on. It says 75 milliamp, or millivolt. The one I ordered, and yeah, there's another dinosaur. The one I ordered today is a 50 millivolt shunt, so hopefully it'll still work with this. Guess I should have looked at that first. It's a 50 amp meter, so I can finally figure out what I've got going on with my solar. Push those guys back. I have no idea. I can check the volts with my multimeter, or I can disconnect and put my multimeter in line and see what kind of amps I'm getting. Now there's a formula. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's amps times volts gives you your watts. That's something that I really like to know when I'm running my solar. That's the whole reason of buying these. The volts is okay. You can always have whatever your voltages are, but you don't know how many amps you've actually got going into your batteries. So, yeah, I'm just going to wait on my shunt to come in. Then I can hook this guy up. Now, since they're different sizes, it kind of changes on where I was going to put things. And they have these stupid little... It's just an analog meter. These are really cheap. I think this guy was like $3, and this guy was around $9 or something. But whatever, that doesn't really matter. But they have these stupid little mount tiny screws. They're like an 1/8 inch diameter. They're very, very tiny. Little studs sticking up there. And this guy has the same thing. So the reason you need a shunt is you cannot run your entire load through this meter. It would fry this meter. The shunt allows the current to pass through, and a tiny bit of it kind of comes off and goes through here, something like that. It's got to do with Ohm's law. If you don't know anything about Ohm's law, I'm not going to go into that, or Watt's law, or any of that. Pretty good stuff to know if you get into this, and you kind of do become an expert when you get into solar. And this actually is way more entertaining than a television or a radio, when you can watch your meters kind of bounce around and just kind of see what you're doing, and you can play with turning lights on, or turning an inverter on and drawing current. And you can watch your voltage slowly drop, and you can, when the cloud passes over, your amp meter will drop down, and when the clouds go away, your amp meter rises. Of course, digital ones aren't as fun. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I like the analog better. You can see the needle swinging. It's just kind of more real time. And the digital ones actually draw a little bit more current. So if you're very, very conservative on your energy, analog is kind of the way to go. I believe, I don't know, I may be completely wrong on that, but the digital ones, they draw current to operate, which these do too, of course. Yes, there is still a little bit of draw, but they're not lighting up the lights for you to see. Well, yeah, big sniffle. I caught myself on that one, and I do apologize, but please just bear with me. Well, it's about 9 o'clock. I guess the day's about over now. I thought I'd walk up here and have a look at my blueberries. I haven't been up here for, I don't know, 2 days or something. This makes the second day. It's a really beautiful day today. And here, let's look at the sky. Yeah, there's clouds. That's towards the east. That's where the sun rises, of course. And it's really pretty. It's really nice. It wasn't so incredibly hot today as it has been in the past. For the past few days, past few weeks, and these things are still everywhere. I taught my little boy how to feed the chickens. That he's not scared of those, and they can't bite, and they're not mean monsters. So that was kind of a fun thing. We would throw these to the chickens. I don't have chickens here. At my parents' house, they have a couple chickens, and we was catching them and throwing them to the chickens. So that was kind of fun. Really, the only thing I did today was just mow the front yard. It was really nice. We played dinosaurs a lot, which is kind of our thing, my little boy and I. And, look, all the berries are starting to turn. All the raspberries, anyway. They're starting to turn. These are black raspberries, of course. The allergies are still on me pretty bad, but I've started taking medication for that, so hopefully it'll straighten that out. And I still see no blueberries. So, I don't know. I'm just going to have to look up to see when blueberries get ripe, how long it takes for them to go from white to the blue. But all the raspberries are starting to turn red, which is good. Can't harvest them until they're black, of course, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's look over here. I didn't tackle this thing yet, this nightmare, which I'm kind of dreading doing. None of my weed eaters work. So I'm probably going to have to do this old school with a machete and get in there and chop that dude down, which is not going to be fun, but yeah, I don't care. I want to get this all cleared out. It's supposed to be nice and hot tomorrow, which is kind of, what is that, an oxymoron? Nice and hot. I don't like the hot, so, okay, there's no deer flies now, but there's mosquitoes everywhere. So yeah, eventually I'll get all this cleared out and clear up to the top of the hill where the wood line is there. I've got some other raspberry plants up there that I want to get to that I haven't been able to get to. So, yeah, but no blueberries yet. And I don't see any like shriveling up, and I don't see any of the empty little stems, I guess, to where it looks like birds have been getting them. So I guess we'll just look at that. Frickin' mosquitoes, man. Yeah, so these raspberries will be ready here, well, hopefully just a couple days. That'll be nice, and there's a whole bunch of them up here. Looking nice. I'm going to have to check my other patches, too. So, well, nothing of an update right there except for the raspberries, I guess. So I almost stepped on this little guy. He kind of jumped out and kind of ran in front of me. Now, when I was a kid, we used to be able to scratch them, and they would lean into it. Oh, that guy don't want to hold still. Oh, he's scared. Here, hold on, buddy. It's all right. See if I can scratch him. And he'll lean into it just a little bit. See, like, he kind of leans into it a little bit. This guy isn't really cooperating, but he did a little bit. I don't know why they do that. I think there's some kind of gland up there. Or maybe they're just kind of hiding their faces, but they used to really, like, lean into it with their whole body. He's kind of doing it. I don't know. Anyway, he needs to get his butt to work and eat all these darn skeeters. So I set all this up here. I was going to talk about coffee. And right now, I really, really want a cup of coffee. But, of course, it's very late in the evening. It is coming up on 10 o'clock tonight. And I can smell it. Oh, my gosh, it smells so good. But I'm not doing that tonight. In the morning, I'm going to have a very nice cup, though. Different kinds of coffee that I use. For the longest time, I went with the instant. And I preferred the Maxwell House over the Folgers. I'm not being paid for any of this. I'm just kind of giving you my own take on the coffee. So I'm not sponsoring anybody, and I'm not being sponsored by anybody or any of that crap. I'm just talking about what kind of coffee I like. And, well, really, I like all kind of coffee. I mean,